Hi everyone, so a few of you have been asking me recently to do the Jaclyn Hill Ride or Die tag, and I'm going to do it today. I have kind of had to make it a little bit more personalised in terms of my kind of the answers I'm going to give, because I don't want to just say things for the sake of it if they're not actually true. And I think it's really hard to kind of claim for a product to be like your be all and end all, your ride or die product, because I like different products for different things, for different times. It depends on so many factors. It's very hard for me to kind of claim favoritism for things, but I've kind of tried to narrow it down as much as I can. So I'm going to go through the categories on my phone first, just so we don't miss out anything. First category we have is primer, and this wasn't hard actually, and it is a very unoriginal answer in that it's the Benefit the Professional primer. I just don't think that there is another primer that feels as lightweight and fills out my pores as well, which is basically what I want in a primer. I'm not necessarily looking for something to kind of you know, add glow or anything like that. I just like something to make my pores look smaller. I don't think any primer makes your makeup last any longer either, so I really like this one for that reason. Then next we have foundation, and this was a really tough one, because again, at different seasons my skin changes. I like different foundations for different occasions. I very rarely wear the same foundation all the time. That's very rare for me, and recently I haven't been wearing foundation ever for kind of like months, so it's difficult. But I do know hands down my all-time favourite, and the foundation that every time I put on I'm like, this is beautiful, your skin just looks amazing, is good old Nars Sheer Glow. It's an old favourite, but I love it. This shade will not match me at all now. It's in Barcelona. This was when I was super tanned, but I really like this, and I am going to buy another one. I say this all the time, and my problem is the shades of them are a little bit weird. They're either really peachy or really orange, and I like them to be really yellow toned, but this is my favourite. It's just like good skin in a bottle, decent coverage as well. Then we have concealer, and this won't come as a surprise to many of you, I'm sure. And this is so funny that I'm saying this, because I actually didn't like it when I first started using it, but the Maybelline Instant Anti-Age, the Eraser Eye. I love this. I wear this every day. This is my second, not bottle, I don't know what you'd even call this, and it's just amazing. I love it so much. It's light coverage, but covers enough. It's so ridiculously blendable. Like, you hardly have to do any blending. It pretty much blends itself, and it's just something that I've grown to really depend on in my everyday. I'm wearing it under my eyes today, and I love it. It's so good, and the fact that it's drugstore makes it even better. So that's concealer. Then we have face powder. This again, I think it's kind of a hard one because it's a very boring product, isn't it? Face powder, it's like whatever. But there have been a lot that I'm very dissatisfied with, and the Rimmel Stay Matte, mine's really disgusting and I've hit pan and I need to buy a new one, is my favourite. It's not powdery, but it mattifies. I use it with a duo fibre brush, and I really wish I could get away with not having to powder my skin, because I think it looks so much nicer, but I do have to powder my skin, and this isn't powdery, but it still kind of keeps me matte for a relative amount of time. My skin's very oily, so you know. Then Jaclyn included an under eye setting powder, which is something that I do use every single day, because I do find concealer kind of creases and moves around on me because my skin's so oily, and it's just a kind of bit of a weird area, your under eye area, I think, for applying makeup anyway. But I really like this powder from the Makeup Revolution Contour Palette. So this one right here, the yellow one. Really like that. Very finely milled. It kind of brightens but not too much, and a just nice texture powder. I kind of want to buy a powder that will be my specific under eye setting powder. I need to look into that, but I don't want to buy a really ridiculously expensive one, because I feel like that's kind of just a bit silly, but there's no drugstore ones out there that are specifically for that. I used to really like the Laura Mercier brightening powder. Maybe I'll buy that again. Then what do we have? Blush. This again was a really tough one because I wear a different blush pretty much most days, but I do tend to find that in the kind of winter months my go-to blush tends to be this one, and I do wear it day after day, and it's the Clinique, what's this called? Sculptuary Cheek Contouring Palette in Defining Defining Nectars, which looks like that. It doesn't look like the most interesting thing in the world, but it's so pretty, and it's got a little bit of shimmer in it, but not too much. I'm not keen on like glittery blushes. Like sleek blushes can have a lot of glitter in them, as can Nars blushes, and I hate that so much. I hate tons of glitter on my blusher. But this is so pretty. It just makes you look kind of healthy and awake and alive and fresh without being too much of a blusher look. I'm not big on like a really blusher heavy look. Then bronzer was the next category, and this was something I did have to think about because I do like bronzer. It is a product that I kind of find very interesting, and I have lots of different ones I use, but this one is one that I kind of can't really fault anything about it, apart from the packaging, but I'll get to that. And it is Hoola by Benefit. Really random. My hair's being so weird, isn't it? It's like all over everywhere. My hair just has a mind of its own. I like this so much because it's not too red, which I know a lot of people say if there's red in your bronzer it does look more natural. I don't like red in my bronzer. I like a kind of terracotta-y colour. This doesn't have a terracotta type of colour necessarily, but it's not orangey, it's not warm, it's quite a cool toned bronzer, and I like that. It's the bronzer that I'm wearing today, and I just think it's a really nice product. You can use it to contour as well. I just think the packaging is really annoying, and I wish they'd stop with these stupid little cardboard things. It's just not convenient, doesn't look nice, they get scruffy, and I just don't like it. Then we have highlighter, and this is another product from Benefit, which is funny because it's not a brand I'd necessarily say that I'm obsessed with, but it's the what's this called? What's Up highlighter. And I've recently gotten really into using this again, and it is just such a nice highlighter. It's a nice champagne-y colour. Don't know how well you're going to see that. Can you see that there? I'm wearing it on my cheeks today. It's very subtle. I like a subtle highlighter. I don't like a bam in your face highlighter. And it's just really, really pretty, and I wear it kind of most days. In the summer, in the winter I'll tend to kind of do powder highlighter, but I do really like that one, and I really like the texture of it. It's a gleam rather than glitter. I'm not keen on glitter on my face in general, or on eyes, but anywhere else I'm a bit like... Although I am really intrigued to try that lip colour that Naomi Campbell wore at the VMAs, that sort of chunky red glitter. That was amazing. Okay, we've done highlighter, then okay, mascara. I don't have mascara. I don't have a ride or die mascara. I'll have mascaras that I'll fall in love with, and then I use them for a little bit and then I go off them. I'm forever on the quest to find the perfect mascara. I just don't have one. They either smudge, I've got really, really crap eyelashes, so that's probably got a lot to do with it. But I can't with mascara. I seem to find something that I think's perfect. So I don't want to just shove something in here for the sake of it. Or what will happen to me often is I'll fall in love with the mascara and then use it for a month, and then it'll change and I'll be like, no, I don't like this anymore. So yeah, maybe I'm just very hard to please in that department. Lipstick. Again, this was something that I couldn't pick a specific lipstick by like this brand, this colour, my all-time fave, because I wear a different lipstick every day. That's not going to work for me. But I thought I would pick a colour. I thought that might be okay. And the colour that I kind of think, if I had to kind of only commit to one colour, it would be, and that's my favourite, most flattering type of colour, would be something along the lines of this Rimmel lipstick in 08. So it's kind of like a nudey pink, a rosy nude pink. So this one here from Revlon, the matte balm, is Elusive. It's that kind of pink, and then the Rimmel one I'll put next to it, a little more brown. That type of colour I think suits me the most, is the most flattering, and if I had to sort of commit to a colour, that would probably be it. Hope that's okay and not a cop out. Then liquid lipstick. This actually wasn't hard. You know I love these. The Revlon Ultra HD matte lip colours. I love these. This is my favourite colour, which is what's it called? I always struggle to find what they're called on these, don't I? Devotion. I also like the hot pink one from this a lot as well. I like the applicator. They smell so good. It's like really marshmallowy and lovely. And the formula of them is really comfortable to wear. They last a long time, nice and matte but not drying. Favourite liquid lipsticks. Then we had a lip liner as well. This was actually really easy. I've repurchased this time and time again. I've used it for years. And I have one in kind of most handbags, and it's the No7 Precision Lip Liner in Nude. I love this to death. It's just a nude colour. The texture of it is perfect. It's my lips but slightly deeper type of tone. I can fill my lips in with it and it looks really nice. I wear it under every lipstick. I'm wearing it under my lipstick today, and I just love it. It's really, really great. The only thing I wish was that it was a bit more long lasting. Perhaps if they did a waterproof version, that would be good, because I do find it kind of fades a little bit, and I do very much like to outline my lips because the shape of my lips isn't perfect, but I really, really like that. And then we have lip gloss, and I'm not a lip gloss person. I just find it a bit sticky, and I kind of think go big or go home. If you're going to wear a lip colour, wear a lip colour. But I do have lip glosses that I like, and I do generally like the NYX ones. So this one here is in Scoop. Let me put a little bit on actually. It's very sticky. I like how they look sometimes. I'm just not a massive gloss wearer like day to day. There's that makeup bag I've seen on Instagram that says lip gloss is for amateurs, and I kind of just feel like, I don't know, I'm not a lip gloss person. But let's put a little bit on. It's really pretty. It's a really pretty colour. But I don't know. Sometimes I feel like lip gloss makes my skin look even oilier than it already is. I don't know. That's probably just my hang up. Let me see what the other categories were, because I was kind of memorising it there, I'm not going to lie. Okay, eyeshadow palette. This was really tough because I've got a lot that I really like, but I think if I had to pick, I said that like really horribly, didn't I, like Janice? It would probably be the Urban Decay Naked Basics, the first one. Everything you're going to need, lovely textures, you can do quite a kind of defined crease look, which I quite like, and it's just a great little palette for travel. You don't need much more than that. It's a really lovely palette. I really enjoy it, and it's one that kind of, if I go away, I usually tend to take with me because it's so compact. So love that. And then we had a setting spray and a perfume. Setting spray, I haven't picked one because I don't have a setting spray that I think is my favourite. None of them particularly make my makeup stay on very long, I don't think. I like to use them. I will use one every day to kind of take down the powderiness, but I just don't think there's any that work that amazingly. The Urban Decay one's good, but I can just as much use, like, you know, one that costs £5 from Makeup Revolution, and that's the same for me, so I'm not going to shove something in there just for the sake of it. But perfume was an interesting one because I love perfume. I'm really, really passionate about perfume. But I think if I had to pick, and this isn't a very original answer, it would be Stella by Stella McCartney. I love this perfume. I've had it for years. I wear it all the time, kind of in autumn, winter. And it's just beautiful. It's just rosy and fresh without that kind of sickly sweet rose smell. I love this perfume so much. I wear it all the time, and I think if I had to wear one forever, I mean, I do very much like having seasonal perfumes, but if I did have to kind of pick a favourite, it would be this. So that's it. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please let me know what your ride or die products are down below. I'll put all the categories down below, so you can kind of go and look at them if you wanted to kind of just fill it out. I'd be really interested to know. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please give it a thumbs up if you did. Subscribe if you haven't already. I'd really appreciate it, and I'll see you next time. Bye.